Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about black box testing. So black box testing is a software testing technique that focuses on evaluating the functionality of software without having knowledge of internal code or structure of the software. So in this type of testing, a tester don't need to have knowledge of internal codes or algorithms of the software, but in this tester only focus on the functionality and verify the software against the requirement that has been provided to the tester. So there are some key characteristics of black box testing. First one is the no knowledge of internal code. So in this, a tester don't need to have knowledge of internal code of the software. Second one is the user-centric testing. So in this testing, a tester tests the software similar to the end user perspective. Okay. So in this case, like our end user will be using the software, so tester test the software similar to the end user perspective without having knowledge of any code or internal structure of the software. Third one is the requirements specific testing. So in this type of testing, a tester only focus on the requirements that has been provided and create test case with those requirements and execute those test cases to verify the software against the requirement. So there are some testing techniques under black box testing. First one is the equivalence partitioning. Under equivalence partitioning test technique, we divide the input set of data under subclasses. So we can understand this. Let's say we have a user input feed and the feed only accepts the values between 5 and 60. So there will be major subclasses like the invalid values below 5, the valid values between 5 and 60, and again the invalid values greater than 60. So we can divide the input user field test cases in three subclasses under this technique. Second one is the boundary value analysis. In this technique, we test the software with input set of data with the values lies at its boundary points. Just like in our previous example, let's say a user input field accepting values only between 5 and 60. So boundary values around 5 and 60 will be 4, 5, 6 and 59, 60 and 61. So there are total 6 values which lies around the boundary, and we can test our input field with these 6 values to test our software under this technique. Third one is the decision table. We can understand decision table technique by a example. So let's say we have to test the login of the software. So there could be majorly 4 combination in the login. First one is the valid username with valid password. Second one is the invalid username with invalid password. Third one is the valid username but invalid password. And fourth one is the invalid username but valid password. So with these 4 combinations, our expectation will be different. Like with first case, with valid username and with valid password, a user should be able to log in. But in all the rest 3 cases, user should not be able to log in. So we can create a tabular form with these combinations and can test our software under this technique. Fourth one is the state transition. In this technique, we test the different state of the software using different set of sequence values. We can understand this with the example of login into a banking application. So as we all know, that if we provide the invalid credentials 3 times, then our login will be blocked in a banking application. So we can create different condition. Let's say user has provided invalid credential in first attempt but provided valid credential in the second attempt. So user should be able to log in. Let's say user has provided invalid credentials in the first two attempt but provided valid credentials in the third attempt. So in this case, user should be also able to log in. Let's say in third case, user has provided invalid credential in all three attempts. So in this case, user should not be able to log in. Addition to this, there should be some message like your login will be blocked. So there is different set of combinations, and we have different state of the application. Like after each invalid credential attempt, their message will be like only two login attempts left, only one login attempt left. So these are the different state which we can verify under this technique. Okay, so this video ends here, and if you have any query, then share your query in the comment section. And if you find this video useful, then please like, share and subscribe this channel.